Troubleshooting a machine that will not reset starts with visual and audible observations of your Tormach machine, well before reaching for that digital voltmeter. There are a number of light-emitting diodes and displays visible within the electrical cabinet that make these efforts easier. For the machine reset diagnostic, we'll observe LED lights on the machine control board and the axes drives. I'll overlay these components on a simplified schematic diagram. The machine control board has a red LED marked power near the center of the board, while the axes drives have green LEDs near the top. First, we'll graphically review normal operation. Our diagnostic steps guide you to turn on the main disconnect switch. Twist out the emergency stop switch, which brings power to the start switch. Press the start button. This energizes contactor C1, which sends power to the machine control board and to the DC bus board. The LEDs illuminate on the machine control board and the axes drives if these components are functioning properly. If power is present at the machine control board and the axes drives, we guide you through troubleshooting communications with the PathPilot controller. The controller uses a DB25 cable connected to the Mesa interface board. This connector is similar to the motherboard's parallel port, so we must be sure to cable properly. In this scenario, we observe a similar startup sequence as normal operation, except there's no observed power on the machine control board. To test for a loose connection or a broken wire 104, we check for 115 volts AC at J53 of the machine control board. If we find power there, we then move to fuse F1 on the board to isolate the fuse or the board as a potential problem. Our contactors use latching circuitry to keep them engaged once a momentary signal energizes them. A faulty contactor C1 latching circuit will energize the machine only when the start button is held in. Our diagnostic steps use this behavior to isolate loose wires or a defective contactor. If none of these conditions occur while diagnosing a machine control reset issue, we investigate primary power with a digital voltmeter. We start at the input of the main disconnect switch to verify incoming voltage around 115 volts AC. Main fuses have an LED indicator that illuminates when the fuses are blown. We then continue diagnostics by powering off the machine to measure continuity through the emergency stop and start buttons. Let's review proper operation. Turn on the main disconnect switch. Once the controller boots to PathPilot, twist out the emergency stop and then press start. You will observe power at the machine control board and axes drives. Click reset and then reference your axes.